Top 10 fallacies people use when arguing about COVID. Appeal to false authority is like when someone cites a foot doctor's opinion about vaccines. They're not really an authority on that topic. Cherry picking is when people point out the exceptions, like the person who gets infected even though they took all the precautions, but they ignore the much larger numbers of typical cases. Contextomy is when people quote studies out of context, like they'll lift a sentence so that it seems to say the opposite of what the full paragraph says. The perfect solution fallacy is like when people say that some people still get infected even when vaccinated, therefore we shouldn't bother with vaccines at all because they're not perfect. Appeal to common sense is like when someone says masks are unhealthy because they make you breathe your own carbon dioxide. Most people know that carbon dioxide can be bad, so they're saying believe that common knowledge instead of the less commonly known science that it's bad only above certain concentration levels. Ad hominem is when they attack people's character instead of addressing the actual topic, like saying Anthony Fauci is just lying for financial gain or whatever. False equivalence is when people make an unfair comparison, like saying mask mandates are like Nazi Germany. Appeal to nature is when people claim quote-unquote natural immunity is better than vaccines because they're human-made. People assume natural is good and artificial is bad, which is totally wrong sometimes. I made a whole video about that one. The slippery slope argument is like when they say if the government can force us to get vaccinated or wear masks, that's just the first step toward more and more government control to take away all our freedoms. And proof by assertion is just repeating your arguments over and over again, pretty much ignoring the counter-arguments, as if the repetition proves that it's true. And bonus number 11, appeal to anger is rabble-rousing, like when news pundits and politicians try to stir up people's frustration and resentment instead of focusing on the facts. If you want to learn more about logical fallacies, you can check out foolacy.com, which is a free resource I've developed.